Every time I think of a video idea, I think to myself, man, is that even possible? Thinking of the idea, getting the costume, and then doing all the post-processing. But this time I decided to embrace those feelings. So today, I'm going to show you how I made Toge Inumaki in live action. But first, I'll tell you about the idea. So the basic idea is that Inumaki will be standing somewhere, and then an explosive projectile gets launched at him, and then he stops it with his speech, and then it blows up in midair. And as the smoke clears, Inumaki is standing there, all cool-like. Then the villain gets revealed and sends more attacks at him, and then Inumaki dodges them and then says plummet to the bad guy. And that's basically it. First things first, I need the costume. And I knew it was going to be hard to find a good Inumaki cosplay out there since his clothes aren't very realistic. So after some more contemplating, I asked my mom if it was possible to make the costume for me. And she said it was, so I bought the fabric and she started making the costume. So while she does that, I'm going to start designing the environment I wanted to be in. And I'm not gonna lie, it took a while because I couldn't decide on how I wanted it to look. But I settled with a little something like this. So after that, I checked back on the costume, and this is what my mom did. So now I have my costume, and now I'm going to start recording my scenes, which is always the most embarrassing part for me, especially if you're filming outside, because like, imagine if you saw someone outside doing this. Anyways, recording my shots were super tiring and stressful, and I didn't have much room, and I was scared I was going to break something or break myself. And it got so bad that I even started forgetting how to even do certain tricks. And, well... Anywho. Alright, anyways, okay. First things first, I have to get all my shots I filmed for Inumaki and make them into assets, which means I need to recreate his hair, facial features, and eye color. And that alone took about 2 weeks. But now I have all my assets. And with that, now it's time to record the shots for the bad guy. I decided the projectiles would be arrows because, I don't know, I thought it'd be pretty cool. So I'll have the arrows floating around him and then he can control them at will. So now let's see how the sound wave effects is going to look. I didn't really have a plan from the start, but I knew I wanted it to look powerful, and also in the anime it's very distorted and chromatic. Now it's time for me to set up the camera for each shot and then render out each CG scene so I can then composite the Inumaki asset into the background and any other elements that I wanted to add later, like dust, leaves, and light effects. With most of the shots out the way, there's 3 main shots that require a lot of work. First, the plummet shot. Although the shot took a ton of work, after I decided on the camera movement, it was actually a matter of just adding stock elements and then adding the distortions and chromatics. The dodging shot. Once I rendered out my environment, I animated the path of the arrows and rendered out each debris and light pass for the shot, and I started comping, and even putting some light on Toge. Also, as a cherry on top, Brandon helped me create simulations for the leaves to burst up from the ground. Ground explosion. So I simulated the debris explosion with smoke, but Brandon and Kare helped me create the hole in the ground, which you don't really see because of the smoke, but it's okay, we know it's there. And I actually almost scrapped this project like 4 times because of stress and feeling unmotivated. But with all the work my mom did and getting inspired by my fellow artists, I decided to keep going. And I'm glad I did because I'm really proud of this one. And please do remember that I do all these all by myself. So that's probably why I take a while to upload. And before I show the result, I just wanted to say thank you for all the support, and I hope you enjoyed my videos, so leave suggestions on who I should do next. Enjoy the video.
動くな。